Hello and welcome. This is Sports This Morning, reaching you live from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. To our viewers in Benin, Lagos, Abuja, and the United Kingdom, welcome on board to this action-packed edition of the show. My name is Austin Okonakwan. What's going down? The Nigeria Football Federation, they've realized the need to start correcting technical issues in Nigerian football, particularly after the Super Falcons crashed out of the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. There's need to train and retrain coaches and ensure that the technicalities of the game is being addressed. So good one coming from the Nigerian Football Federation this morning. We'll talk more on it later on the program. Gbenga Ogunbote is the new coach of Shooting Stars of Ibadan. And after that 3-0 game, in his first game, 3-0 victory over Lobby Stars, the team traveled to get a point. And questions are beginning to come out. Is this the return of Shooting Stars? Can Gbenga Ogunbote turn around the fortunes of that club that has such a rich historical culture in this country? We'll talk about Match Day 12 of the Nigeria Professional Football League, and of course, take a look at fixtures that will go down today. Let's leave football now and talk badminton. We're getting ready for the second edition of the Lagos International Badminton Classics. 28 countries have already entered to be part of the program. It will serve up on July the 15th right here in Lagos. The venue will be the Ropark Sports Complex in Yaba. Not a good one for Brazil. The struggle continues. They struggled to beat Peru 2-1 in their opening game at the Copa America. Yesterday, they lost to Colombia. They didn't just lose to Colombia. Neymar was shown a red card after J.C. Murillo scored a 36-minute winner, and Neymar's poor performance was capped by that red card after the final whistle because of an altercation with Colombia player. So the struggle continues for Brazil at the ongoing Copa America. Now you see, it's football. Any team can struggle, any team can be beaten. It's just football where anything can happen. Let's come back home now. The National Sports Commission have been advised to put more attention on sports and education. One man that is championing this cause is former Nigerian Olympian. Remember, he won bronze medal at the Beijing Olympic Games in China. His name is Chika Chukwumerize, a taekwondo expert in this country. He's saying that gone are the days when athletes will drop school or get out of school just to take part in sports. His message, NSC, ensure that there is a good combination between sport and education so that in the long run the country will benefit. When you can no longer take part in sports, the education you have will keep you going. Let's listen to Chika Chukwumerize. He put together a program to ensure that they educate kids on the essence of not backing out of school just to take part in sports. And I think that's a good way to go. Let's listen to Chika and I'll come back. So much to talk about. Sports This Morning on Channels Television. You know it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The time is right because for almost a year now, we've been working with these young kids. We have a partnership with the Secondary Education Board, and we decided to host this team. Now, why this team means so much to us is this. This is not just about taekwondo or winning medals. It's about engaging young people and equipping them with other soft skills that they won't learn in school. And that's why you can see we're in the ideal premises for this, because we believe that our team, the foundation of our team will be education. There's nobody on the team that is not in school or does not aspire to continue the education. And we're trying to see how can we produce educated champions.
In those days when we were in the school, when you are doing sports, they look at you as never do well person. But from what I'm seeing today, the sporting activities is going another level. And I'm so happy that the youths are being used for this. In fact, even my students that performed this evening, I never knew that they are like that.
So there you have it. You listen to the technical director of the Nigeria Taekwondo Federation, Chika Chukwumerize. His message, combine sports and education, and you see that Nigeria will benefit. You also listen to Vera Okoronkwo. She is the principal of Government Secondary School, Garki, in Abuja. And she says she's actually impressed with what she saw at that Taekwondo workshop that is aimed towards ensuring that sports and education are combined to become a winning force. You know the drill. Sports This Morning on Channels Television. We always love it when you're part of the show with us. That's the feedback mechanism on your screen. On Twitter, we're channels_sports. Verified Twitter handle. We're always giving you updates there. You can talk to us. What are you talking about this morning? Talking about the Super Falcons. You're still talking about the Super Eagles. Are you talking about the opening fixtures for the 2015-2016 English Premier League season? Is somebody a fan of badminton? Action-packed Auto Sports. Let's hear from you. And on Facebook, we're channels-sports. You want to send us an email, you can send it to us. We'll get it. It's Sports This Morning at channelstv.com. Remember, all our top stories can also be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com. Let's see right there on your screen. You can also view some uploaded videos, youtube.com/channelsweb. And if you're on the go, all you need to do, stop by at m.channelstv.com to download our app for iPad, iPhone, BlackBerry, your iOS, and Windows phones. Just go to your respective stores and then look for Channels Television, download it, and be part of the fun. Tayo Salam will be part of the fun this morning. Tayo, good to have you on the show.
Yeah. It's been a while.
No true passes, right?
Yeah, it's been a while we do this together.
Okay.
And, I really can't wait. I'm really champing at the beats, man. Austin.
Okay, Tayo. Quickly, let's begin with what the Nigeria Football Federation are trying to do. You see, when you go for competitions, it's either you learn two things.
Yes.
It's either you learn the hard way or you learn the good way. The Nigeria Football Federation, they're learning the hard way now. A lot of talks on the need to retrain, not just train, and retrain our coaches, handle the technicalities involved in our football. And some will say it's late, but I say it's better they're thinking about that now.
Yeah, Austin, for obvious reasons, this is as a result of Nigeria's dismal performance at the World Cup, that is for the female, and the Under-20 World Cup as well. Too. And yeah, I can understand, but why do we have to wait for bad results and before we do the right things? And that's the part I really don't like about it. But then it's better late than never, like you say.
Yeah, that's it. First Vice President of Nigeria Football Federation, Asheyi Akinwumi. Whenever you speak to him, you could actually see that he's particularly involved with development of football. He's the chairman of the Youth Development Committee of Nigeria Football Federation, and Tayo. He says we can have all the talent, but if your coaches are not good, you still struggle.
Yeah, definitely. Football right now in 2015 is so scientific. It's not like it used to be back in the days. Very little details really matter now. And if you go into a competition not really ready for it, then you're bound to be found out. That's another issue that I've not heard anyone talking about, because everyone seems to be blaming the coach now and his tactics.
Yeah.
They're forgetting that this guy, he was really handicapped in terms of preparations for the tournament. No one is talking about that now, which is a shame. Because the coach, he had his players in camp, and there was no serious friendly match for them to really, perfect those tactics. So how do you put all the blame on the coach?
I still don't understand it, and I've been trying to, preach this gospel of leave the Super Falcons alone and address the issues, because you and I, we started doing the countdown to the World Cup, and every day you're saying, now, when did they even get to camp? A lot of people are not talking about that. And then sadly, Tayo, if we had gone probably till the quarterfinals, everybody would say it was a good championship, and
that's the end. So in one way, you could say it's a blessing in disguise that Nigeria has failed to, progress beyond the first round of the competition. But it's never a good thing at all. It's not good for the image of the so-called, best team in Africa, African giants, or whatever you want to call us. These days, it doesn't augur well for the country. And you look at the likes of Cameroon still going strong in the competition, and you wonder, okay, what has happened to the Super Falcons? And what has happened, basically, for me, was they were not ready for the competition at all. Their preparations were really, really underwhelming.
Let's leave it to the Nigeria Football Federation. They have said there needs to correct the technical issues going on in Nigeria football. They have also said they will need to train coaches. I'll just take a quote from Sheyi Akinwumi's statement to the media. He's the first vice president of the Nigeria Football Federation. And it says that we have found from the outset noticed deficiencies in various aspects relating to the technical aspects of our national teams and moved swiftly to address the situation. Hence, one of our first initiatives was to organize training courses for match readers and to also buy into the ProZone match reading software in order to build local competencies and match reading expertise. Let's jump down to the part where he said, in the Super Falcons, we saw so much potential, youthfulness, and ability. But it is clear that while we have conquered Africa, there is still a lot of work to be done in the area of technical support before we can take on the world of women's football.
And yeah, so what happened to those supports and before the tournament started itself? What happened to them? Why didn't they get the support? Why didn't the team with all the potential in the world get the required support for them to go on and represent Nigeria very well at the competition?
Questions. I tell you, questions.
Yes.
Why won't a team that is drawn alongside the United States of America, Sweden, and Australia,
superpowers,
such a team not prepare for the World Cup? And
incredible.
Then, now everybody say, Coach Edwin Okon does not have tactics. These girls are just African, they're just local champions, they go international. So, no,
it's ridiculous, Austin, it's ridiculous. We started the countdown here together. I remember we used to say, okay, we're playing the superpowers in Group D, and for Nigeria to have any chance of qualifying or progressing beyond that stage, they really needed to like step up their preparations. They had to be really, focused and ready. But then nothing was really done about it. They didn't really play any quality friendly match going into the competition at all. So it wasn't a surprise to me that they ended up, stinking up the whole place. And everyone is blaming the coach now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the coach is the absolute best, but then he wasn't.
Can be better.
Yeah, he wasn't given the support, necessary support. That's the fact.
Support, Tayo. I cannot tell you right now on this show to go and get me what you don't have.
Exactly, you can't give it.
You can't give what you don't have.
It's as simple as that.
For me, I've been saying it since after the game against Sweden that I'm comfortable. The Super Falcons have won the World Cup for me. That they came back from 2 goals down against Sweden to get a point. For me, that's the story.
And we have to say that was just down to fighting, the fighting spirit in the team.
Just do
it was
it.
nothing else. They just wanted to do, just give something back to Nigerian fans.
You watch some games.
Yes.
You get just one chance, and then that team is winning 1-0. Boils down to technicalities.
Yes.
Look at some of the chances that the Super Falcons were giving away. You just need some preparation, some blend. Would have just given you that.
Austin, again, that's the very crucial one. What about the goals that the Super Falcons considered? Incredible. I listened to the coach of the United States after the game, and she said, what was said basically was that they knew the Falcons had issues with set pieces. She said that going into the game, they knew it, and where did they get the goal from?
They used it.
They used it, and they capitalized on it. And those are the things that you work on in training and you perfect in real match situations. But unfortunately, the Falcons didn't really have that going into the competition.